currently, they're looting. They're looting. Don't have nothing to do with Trump sending the National Guard. Don't have anything to do with Marines, because they are there to protect federal buildings and to make sure that people are not torching and destroying the entire downtown Los Angeles area. But they are looting. They are looting restaurants. They are destroying Apples. They are destroying Adidas. They're destroying the Autozones. They're destroying grocery stores. They're running up in corner stores. They're trying to get into every single thing that they can get their hands on. That is where they are over in Los Angeles. And so, you know, while they sit there and they tell us that these are peaceful protests, nope. You know what we're starting to see? Mob takeovers, and it's happening right there in Los Angeles. Before I even play this video, let me say that I used to want to go and live on the West Coast for a little bit. I did, man. I was a fan of Dr. Dre and The Chronic, and in The Chronic 2001. 2001. I was a fan, man. I always wanted to see what Los Angeles was like and live in the Los Angeles area and low riders. I used to want a 64 Impala with hydraulics and Daytons to add into the collection. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to like experience the West Coast. I think y'all ruined that for me. Y'all ruined that for me. Y'all messed up one of my childhood dreams to go and travel and live on the West Coast. Yay, yay. Yay, yay. West Side Connection. Uh-huh. We be clubbing. We be clubbing. Mac 10, nothing but a cabbie hit. Dog Pound, DPGC. Nothing but a cabbie hit. You know what I'm saying? Going out there seeing Sugar Free, man. Yeah. Mac Dre. Shout out to Mac Dre. Shout out to Filthy Rich. I like Filthy Rich. Filthy Rich is the man. E. Fonzarelli, E40, E. Feezy for Sheezy. I used to want to go and check out the West Coast and go and see what it's like. Overlook the city, rent you out a mansion for about a month or two. You know what I'm saying? Pay you $30,000 to $40,000 a month and go out there and just figure it out. Now you guys have ruined that for me. Y'all ruined that for me. Y'all so evil. Why y'all want to mess up childhood dreams? Let's get to it.
We do have some breaking news in South LA.
Larry June. Shout out to Larry June. I love Larry June. I'll be listening to Larry June all day long.
This morning, a crowd storms an auto parts store, taking everything it could grab as they ran out the door.
And it's not the first time. Gigi Graciette live there with the latest on this. Gigi, good morning.
Good morning. Based on video, police estimate there were over 100 suspects that broke into and looted the Autozone here on the corner of Century and Hoover. And someone was recording it on Citizen app. Take a look. From a street takeover to a store takeover. It happened in a matter of minutes at the Autozone on the corner of Century and Hoover here in South LA.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at all of y'all out there. You see all of those people out there? All right, so question. Got a question. What's an AutoZone? Like if you trying to figure, you know what? Let's break into this place. Let's break into. They don't break into a bank. They're not trying to get into the vault. They're not doing none of that stuff. What the hell is an AutoZone? I went into AutoZone like a month and a half ago. I had to get a new battery for one of my old schools. I had to go to get a new battery for the old school, right? And so I went into AutoZone and I went and checked it out. They don't even got nothing in there. What's in AutoZone? What you gonna sell from AutoZone? They got, you know how heavy them batteries are? Batteries is heavy as hell. Jacks is great, big as hell. Brake pads, car part. What? Ain't no car parts in AutoZone. Ain't no car parts in AutoZone like that.
In a matter of minutes at the Autozone on the corner of Century and Hoover here in South LA. It was just after 4 a.m. when drivers took over the intersection doing donuts, burning.
Hector is still running spoon engines, and he's going to be at Car Wars when we get there. Hector is running 2 spoon engines, and we got to figure out what he's got under the hood so that we can be prepared for Car Wars. A lot of y'all not even familiar with who Hector is and why he was running 2 spoon engines. That's Fast and Furious, the first one. The first Fast and Furious. That's when I fell in love with the franchise. Hector is running spoon engines, y'all.
Rubber when suddenly dozens of them decided to take over the store, smashing the glass and then with their bare hands ripping open the metal fence on the inside, smashing display cases, looting, getting away with anything they could carry, although some of the stolen items were dropped as they ran. And take a look at this, because it was just 1 year ago this week, June the 10th, 2024, that we were right here at the same store with the same story. A street takeover turned into a store takeover at the same Autozone. As for a dollar amount, well, back then, police estimated about $67,000 worth of merchandise was stolen from the...
What don't y'all know? I said Car Wars, y'all corrected me and said Race Wars. What don't y'all know? Is there a movie that I've seen? I'm going to stomp y'all. I'm going to stomp y'all one day. I'm going to do a trivia, and I'm going to just straight up stomp y'all. I'm going to come in with some random movie quote, some random fact from the 1998 something. I'm going to stomp the hell out of y'all. Everything I ask y'all, hey, man, who was the name of that actor? Hey, man, what's the name of that? Or I say something, y'all just go ahead and correct me. What don't y'all know? Y'all think y'all know everything? Y'all don't know everything. I know everything. Y'all don't know everything. Y'all think y'all know everything. Y'all don't know nothing.
The Autozone. But thanks to the security cameras they have inside, police were able to identify many of those suspects and arrest them. And of course,
as usual, the police show up late.
Of course, they hope to do the same this time. Reporting live in South LA, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
You would think with what happened the last time, Gigi, they'd fortify the front door or something, but I guess when you have a crowd that big, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They tore. You can see that metal.
Okay, Christopher Chapman, I got you. Look at the store.
Gate is just hanging there, just like it was a year ago.
The police officers in Los Angeles is not there to stop crime, y'all. I want y'all to know that. The police officers in Los Angeles is not there to stop crime.
Ripped it open with their bare hands. Again, you're talking about 100 suspects or so. Yeah. So there's strength in numbers.
And then you wonder what they want.
What do you mean what they want? They want to destroy their neighborhood so that they can then complain and say, oh, no, we got a food desert. We don't have no small businesses. Everything is messed up in Los Angeles. Is anything safe? Have y'all seen the new Compton High School? Have y'all seen the new Compton High School in Los Angeles? It's almost like a tale of two worlds. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. It's almost like a tale of two worlds. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. Dr. Dre told me don't go to Compton. Eazy-E told me don't go to Compton. Y'all seen that new campus? I got to show it to y'all. Hold on. Give me a second. I was so proud. I love it when we invest in our neighborhoods and our communities in the United States of America. It looked incredible. It looked crazy dope.
In honor of graduation season, our Desmond Shaw is highlighting a few of our many great schools this week.
And in tonight's Look at This, he is over a school that's been completely rebuilt from the ground up.
Well, take a look at this amazing campus. This is the new Compton High School, and it's the reborn home of the Tar.
Look at that. That looked crazy.
Babes, and by new, I mean brand new. So new, in fact, that it hasn't even had its first class yet. The finishing touches were just recently put on this gleaming campus after 3 years of construction, more than $225 million. Current students have been on a temporary campus for the last 6 years. A little history on what it's replacing: a school campus that was well over 100 years old, first opened in 1896. That school sustained serious damage to the Long Beach earthquake of 1933 and had to be rebuilt. And when it was,
look at that campus. You see that? It looked like they got a practice field, they got a regular field, they got tennis courts, You see that Olympic swimming pool over there?
More than $225 million. Current students have been on a temporary campus for the last 6 years.
You see the pool over there on the right-hand side? The outdoor pool? And then you see the tennis courts up. Man, that's a sick campus, bro. That's a sick campus. I don't know who helped donate to it. I don't know whose taxpayer dollars is paying for it, but I'm with it. I'm with it. A lot of times we ask, hey, where's the taxpayer money going? Where's this going? Where is that going? They allegedly spent $250 million, $225 million, 6-year renovation. I remember we got Cass Tech here in downtown Detroit redone. Because the one I went to was the old pickle factory. It seemed like they started construction on the new one as soon as I graduated. But I took a tour of it, and I was very happy for what the kids had versus what we had. But when I see this kind of go into the community, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. I would be excited to go to school every day. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I've aged out. I know that kids don't care as much as we may care. But I would be excited to see something like this materialize. But this don't get no visibility. This don't get no coverage. Salute to whoever is a part of this and whoever put this together, because I think that this is awesome.
A little history on what it's replacing. A school campus that was well over 100 years old. First opened in 1896. That school sustained serious damage in the Long Beach earthquake of 1933 and had to be rebuilt. And when it was also the home of Compton College into the 1950s. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the old Compton High School achieved an incredible milestone in the 1968-69 basketball season by putting together a perfect 66-0 record to win the California and national championships. But over the last decade, it was pretty clear that students here desperately needed a new campus. And while there had been a movement to at least preserve an historic bell tower at Compton High School, school officials thought it would be much more cost-effective to start completely
from scratch. Look at the baseball field. Jesus!
Diverting some precious funds to conservation work. The LA Times says the funds for this sprawling new 31-acre campus come from voter-approved school bonds in the Compton Unified School District. And for the money, students are not just getting new buildings with ample natural light and state-of-the-art sports facilities, but also the latest in cutting-edge technology. Just a few of the many highlights. The LA Times says the library doesn't even have any books. Instead, everything is digital. Every station in the weight room is equipped with iPads to help students monitor their progress. There's also some really high-tech but stealthy security measures campus-wide, including facial recognition. And thanks to a $10 million donation from music mogul and Compton native Dr. Dre, students will also have an incredible new 1,200-seat performing arts center named in his honor, with a mural of him also adorning the outside. So congratulations to all the Tar Babes who are graduating this year, and best of luck to all the new students coming into one of the nicest schools I've ever seen.
So Dr. Dre donated $10 million for a new performing arts theater. The other 200 and I'm guessing 15 million came from school bonds. Now, why is this important? Because when you look at your millages, when you look at your taxpayer dollars, when you go and you get involved with your city council, it don't matter if you in a big city or if you one of these smaller rural cities. When you contribute, or when you, hey, I want to approve this millage, hey, it's going to cost me this much more money. When you see this, and this is why you have to get involved in local politics. I know y'all don't believe that local politics is important, but it is. It is very important. It is critically important. It is very, very important for you to get involved locally in what's happening, whatever your local city is, because this is the type of thing that you want to see your kids go to. I'm a huge, hopefully they take care of it. Hopefully everything continues to go well. Somebody said, hey, it's 75, 65% Hispanic or something like that in the chat. I don't care nothing about that. As long as you're a legal citizen of the United States of America, I don't care if you're Hispanic. I don't care if you're black, white, none of that. I don't care about any of that. As long as you are a legal citizen of the United States of America, I'm with it. I don't care about your nationality. I'm not on that. I'm not on that at all. So if it's Hispanic, if it's black, if it's white, if it's Asian, whatever it is, I'm all for better and newer schools and all of that stuff. So shout out to you, Compton, and shout out to Los Angeles for the riots.